What's up guys, this is Learning to Pen Spin 5, meaning we're going to be learning the Thumbaround reverse. Thumbaround reverse meaning that we're going to be doing something to the Thumbaround which looks like this, but in the reverse direction. So the Thumbaround reverse looks like this. As you notice that I simply just did the Thumbaround reverse from where the Thumbaround ended. So if you combine the two together to where you repeatedly do it back and forth, that's actually the Thumbaround harmonic, and I'll teach you how to do that later on. So let's get right to it. Alright, so to do this trick, there's actually a very simple hand formation that you need to create. Basically, all you need to do is form a hand in something like this, to where your thumb is kind of sticking out like so, and then you have your index finger kind of bent in a, I guess, C shape somewhat. Then once you do that, you're going to notice that there's this kind of gap right here. This is actually where the pen goes, just like that. And you also notice that the weight of the pen is actually mostly towards my right hand side because I'm right handed. If you're left handed, it actually be towards your left hand side, just like that. So now we're going to get to the basics of how to actually do this trick from this formation that we have here. Just as a little side note that I forgot, notice that when we create the formation of the hand, you'll notice that when I place the pen there, it actually just stays there, and I don't have to, it's not like held on by any fingers that strong. All I do is I use my middle finger here in order to hold it up because I have my palm mostly up. So your pen should not be being like pinched by any fingers whatsoever. It should just be able to easily be placed into this slot just like so you can do the trick like that. So let's get back to it. Now, to do this trick, there's only one simple motion that you need to do in order to actually get the pen to start going around the thumb, like so. So all you really need to do is push, or yeah, more like push the index finger towards you. I guess you could call that pull instead. So when you bring your index finger towards you, actually make the pen go around your thumb like this and start to do the actual reverse thumb around. So it'll be just like that without actually catching it. That's what it looks like, just it goes around the thumb. And you'll also notice that whenever I actually do this, it's kind of like pulling a trigger, so you want to keep that in mind when you're doing this trick because it might actually help you to visualize that you're actually just pulling a trigger, and it'll actually help you get the trick started. Also notice that when I do this trick, I actually do not move my hand or wrist in any way that like causes any extra momentum. You do not need to do that because this trick is mostly fueled by the force that you use with your index finger. So there is no flick of the wrist or anything like that. It's just a simple push with the index finger in order to do this trick. So let's actually get to the actual catching part after you're able to push the pen around the thumb like so. Alright, so in order to catch the pen, first obviously you need to know how to actually start the pen around the thumb. One note about when the pen is swinging around the thumb, you'll notice that if for certain people we have this little bump right here that connects the thumb to our actual hand. If your hand is a little bit skinnier than mine, you might actually notice that there's this bump that occurs, and that bump will actually mess you up if you try to do the trick. So you're actually going to have to like straighten out your thumb to where that bump disappears whenever you're actually doing this trick. So keep that in mind if that becomes a problem for you, and you're just only going to have to fix it by adjusting your thumb just a little bit. It doesn't mean that you're not able to do this trick whatsoever. It's just something you're just going to have to adjust to. But since I have a hand that's somewhat meaty, I don't actually encounter that problem very much. So in order to actually catch this catch the pen once you do this trick, as a beginner, you're probably just going to want to catch it in any way you can to where you're not just letting the pen fall out of your hand. You just want to catch it between any fingers that you can. As long as you could catch it, you're able to do it. However, once you actually learn how to do the trick very easily, you're going to actually want to learn how to be able to catch the pen mostly with your middle finger. Later on, after you learn that, you're going to want to be able to learn how to catch the pen in almost any finger slot whatsoever. So if I want to get it between finger slots 3 and 4, it's simply just like that. It was kind of messed up, but you should be able to learn how to catch the pen in any finger slot whatsoever. So that's for the advanced people, but once you learn how to catch it in general, just anywhere, it's simply you want to learn how to catch with your middle finger. And by doing that, all you need to do is once the pen is actually going around your thumb, you're going to want to kind of extend your middle finger a little bit. Once the pen actually reaches that, it actually just kind of slows it down to the point where it stops, and then you catch it. That's about all there is to it for the catch. And so you'll notice that now I'm going to teach you how to do the Thumbaround harmonic now. So when you do the Thumbaround, you'll notice that you can simply do that, right? So you catch it, very easy and simple, but we need to actually do that instead. So when you're catching your pen, instead of keeping your index finger all the way over here, you actually gonna want to catch it in this position right here. So instead of like that, you want to catch it like that. So it's as simple as changing your positioning of your finger from here to here when you want to catch the pen. That's the first step of learning how to do the Thumbaround harmonic. The second step is where you're going to want to learn how to be able to catch the pen like that. Obviously, you're not going to want to catch it to where it like kind of bounces around, because in order to do the Thumbaround harmonic, which looks like this, something continuous over and over, you're gonna notice that the pen actually reaches my thumb, and it's momentarily caught between both my thumb and my middle finger, but immediately afterwards I push it back around in order to create the Thumbaround harmonic. That's exactly how you're going to want to learn how to do these two tricks. And so that's pretty much it for the Thumbaround reverse and the Thumbaround harmonic. You just gotta learn all those steps. So if you have any questions about this trick or pen spinning in general, just comment down below and I'll be sure to answer, and I'll see you next time.